welcome back to Debug Diaries. I am Manoj Jadeja, and in this episode 3 of Manage Your Code with the GitHub, we are going to explore that how you can resolve the conflicts. It is we can say heart of GitHub management, that whenever you guys are working with the big teams, or whenever you multiple developers are developing in one project at that time, this is the most possibility that will be occur and that you have to resolve. So throughout this video we are going to learn that how you can resolve that conflict. Just for the better learning purposes, you guys can move to 1.5x playback speed. Yeah, so before we start with our today's agenda, let's get discuss what we have discussed in our previous video. So in our previous video we have gone through with the branch management, we can say that how you guys can create a new branch, how you can push your code, and at the end how you can merge your branch with your development branch or your current branch, right? Yeah, so if you guys have any doubt regarding this, you can just comment it down below. So now let's get started with our today's agenda. Okay, so as you guys are already about this project, let me so let me check first which are the branch we have in our current configuration. So as per our previous discussion, it should be two branch. The first will be a main and second will be a main_2, right? So let's see. It is taking a little bit time. Yeah, so you can see there are two branches. We have git main and the main_2. So now we first check in which particular branch as of now we are here. That let me take the pull first. Okay, now git status, right? Now perfect. Okay, git status, yeah, things is working fine. Let me clear the command prompt. Okay, so as of now we are in our main branch, and now we want to check that how we can resolve the conflict. So before resolving conflicts, we have to generate the conflict first. So what we can do, that first let's check out to our second branch, and that is main_2, right? In this main_2 branch we have two files. One is my first file and second is my main_2. So let's edit this file. Okay, so in this file we need to take a tool. Just for the demonstration purposes, I have created some file from the main repo and I have removed it, but I haven't taken the tool yet, so I have to take this. Okay, so don't worry about this. Whenever you guys are working this, it will work smoothly, right? Okay, so there is no tracking information for the current branch. Please specify which branch you want to merge with. Okay, git rule, git to main_2, right? Does not appear to git repository. By git status, let me check. I am in the main_2 branch, right? And git pull origin main_2. Okay, that's it's taking 2. Yeah, so now let me check the git status. Okay, there is no file to track anything, right? No file to any commit. Okay, now let's just clear. Yeah, so this is our actual code right now. So now let me add one line here, that this is my change from underscore to branch, right? Along with this, what I will do that, let me make one more line that this is my line 2. So I have did successfully changes in this file, and now I want to commit these changes, right? So let me check the git status. We have one file as a track, so we have to first add this file to stage. Afterwards we have to commit this file. So we do some message, some lines added in, you can say second file, we can just say as of now, right? Yeah, so we have successfully committed this to our local. Now we have to push this code to our origin, right? Git push origin main underscore 2. The spelling is not right, origin main 2. Yeah, so now it is pushing our particular code to the main 2. Okay, so now let's check to the our GitHub account that in our main 2 branch we have did some changes, and these are our new lines that we have successfully added. Now if you will go to the main branch, and you will see there is only one line in this our main branch. So to generate the conflict, what we will do, that we will do some commits in our main branch as well. We will add one new line in this main file as well, and afterwards we will merge our main 2 with the main branch. So it will generate a conflict, right? That in the same file we have did the changes. Okay, right? Okay, so now let's check out to the main branch, right? Okay, now we are in the main branch status. So as of now we don't have anything to commit, right? Okay, so now let's open the file. Right, so in the main branch we have only one line, so let me add the changes, that this is data, this is the data that I have added from, you can say, main branch, right? Okay, now let me just save it, and I will commit these changes in our main branch, right? First let's check the git status. Yeah, so we have one file in our tracking. So first we will add this file to stage, right? So we will successfully edit this file in the stage, you can see. So yeah, we have already added in stage, right? Now we have to make the local commit first. So what will be our message, that file changes in branch, right? Okay, now we have successfully committed our changes in a main branch, and now we have to push to this main origin. Okay, so origin main, right? Now it is pushing our code to the main branch. Okay, so now you can see here that our main branch code is also updated. It is getting refreshed. Yeah, so you can see that we have successfully added our second line. So now what will be happen, that our main branch, in our main branch we have did some changes in this particular file, and at the same time another developer have a changes in the same file in another repo. Now whenever we merge that particular repo to our main branch, it will generate us some conflict, right? And that we have to resolve. Okay, so now let's see the conflicts. Let me merge. As of now we are in a main branch, right? So now to merge the code from main to, okay, now you can see that auto merging, as there are some changes that will be auto merged by the GitHub, we can say, but that is merge is a fail. You can see automatic merge is a fail, so we need to check that. There are different possibility or the different ways that most of the different developers are using, but if I'll talk about the me, for the conflict, resolving the conflict, I am mainly using the Visual Studio IDE. as specifically I believe that Visual Studio IDE is a more reliable, we can say, or the more easy to manage the conflict, right? So as in our folder you can see there are some file changes, or there are some error in our this branch or in our this file. So let me open this folder in our Visual Studio. Okay. Yeah, as we have already initialized the GitHub, so it will be automatically give our config here. Yeah, so you can see that there are some unmerged conflict we have, and both files are modified. So whenever you double click on this file, the UI will be open that these are the changes that we have in the main2, and these are the changes we have in our current branch, that is our main branch. So from the both, which are the changes that you want to take, right? So you have as I have already said that will be totally depends on the developers, that how they are resolving the conflict. For the me, I am resolving the conflict using the Visual Studio IDE. So it is a little bit, we can say, simple compared to the other IDEs as well, right? So now I have a possibility to select out of the both changes. So now you can see that which are my actual changes that I want to take, right? So here I can see that main2 branch is an actual changes that I want. I don't want the changes from the main2. If you want to add some lines, or you want to remove some lines in your ID, you are able to do that as well, right? Okay, perfect. So let me, I want to select these changes as well. So now what I can do, that I don't want this line, first line, compared to that I want this line as a first, so I can just put it over there, right? Now okay, perfect. So I can say, as per your visibility, whatever the changes, whenever there is a conflicts are, you are getting the conflict at the time of development, you have to communicate with the developer, that developer have developed this branch or developed that branch. You have to discuss the internally, and after the discussing you have to resolve this conflict. Yeah, so as of now I am the developer of this both branch, so I can decide that which are the changes that I want to take in the main branch, right? So as I have already decided, these are the 4 lines that I want in the branch. Okay, now let me, I have already, and now after the merging the changes, I have to just click on the accept merge, and now my branch is particularly fine. Now we can see here, let me do the git status. Yeah, so our main branch is already successfully added to the state, but now we have a one .vs folder that is created by that. As I have already opened this project in our Visual Studio, so whenever you guys open the project in Visual Studio, automatically its compiler added one folder, and it will be a .vs folder. This is in mainly for the development purposes, so there is no any code visibility or the code changes that you have to do in the future. So now what we have to do, that can be create more conflict to the other developer as well, so you have to add this vs folder in your git ignore. So this is as just for the building purposes for your Visual Studio, so you will add this to the git ignore. So whenever you are doing some changes, this changes of a Visual Studio or the .vs folder is not going to committed to that particular main branch, right? So now I have to add that. To adding the git ignore file, there are some possibilities, or there are some different ways that you can follow. First one is that one thing is necessary, that you have to add the git ignore file, but now the different way is that you are able to add the git ignore file manually as well, or with the use of Visual Studio IDE you can do it directly. How? That just click on the right click on the .vs folder, and you can select the ignore these local items, right? Once you click on this, it will automatically generate one git ignore file, and if you see, if you open this git ignore file, you are able to do this, able to see this. We have a one path, and that is /.vs. So we have successfully added this to our git ignore. Now I will push this git ignore file to our changes as well in our branch. So whenever you guys are committing anything, it will make sure that this slash.vs folder is not committed to the your repository, right? So now you can see the git status. Yeah, so now successfully we have added both our file to the state. If you guys are worried about that in my system I don't have a Visual Studio, don't worry. What you have to do, that just for the my convenience I am using the Visual Studio. For your convenience you can use that, otherwise just do it manually. Like as we have seen earlier, that when the conflict comes, we have a one, we can say triangle symbol was showing here. So at that time what you have to do, just open this txt file and do the changes manually, and afterwards resolving the conflict you can just commit it down to your repository, right? Yeah. So now let me commit these changes first locally. I can say conflict resolved, right? Okay, so now the commit is successfully created locally, and now I have to push this to our main origin, right? Origin main. Now it will push our code to our main origin. Okay, so let's wait until it's pushing our code to the main branch. Yeah, so now you can see that our code is successfully merged with our main branch or pushed with our main origin repository, right? So let me refresh this our main branch, and now you can see these are the 4 lines that I want. It is successfully committed to our main branch. So I hope you guys are clear with the resolve conflict, that how you can resolve the particular conflict. As I have already used the IDE for the Visual Studio, if you guys want a video that how you can, whatever things we have did with the command, the same all things you can manage with the UI as well using the Visual Studio IDE. So if you guys want the video on that, just comment it down below. I will make one video on that as well, that how you can create a branch, how you can push your changes, how you can take a pull, how you can fetch the changes those are already committed to the branch or your main origin branch. All things whatever you have did with the command, the all things you can do with the IDE GUI as well. So if you want, just comment it, I will make the video on that as well. Yeah, so just stay tuned about the next video. Thanks.